Service. We want to welcome everybody who's watching on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. If you have trouble with one of those platforms, just switch over to the other. Go to our Facebook page, go to our YouTube site, and hopefully you'll be able to watch it there. I want to thank Patrick Shields and Joe Chapman for all their work on the technological part of all this. They installed the camera, saved the church a lot of money because that's really a labor-intensive operation to install the camera and get the wiring back to the sound system and then back to the room where they're monitoring everything. So we thank Patrick and Joe for their great work. I want to thank the Hardigans for lighting the Advent wreath, the candle of hope this morning. I want to thank Elisa for being our soloist. Hopefully you all have a 3x5 card, and that's for contact tracing. If you would write down your name, and the best phone number to reach you. And then there's an offering plate in the back, and there's one at the door here. We're not going to pass the plates for obvious reasons, but if you would put that in the plate on your way out, we'd like to have a record of everybody just in case we need it. There is a mini Advent festival going on outside around the picnic tables in Carson Park, put on by the Christian Education Committee. We thank Carolyn Chapman for her work on that. I'm sure the kids will have a great time out there. I want to thank Lynn and Sherm Horton for all their work on the holiday fair. If you haven't heard, the fair made over $4,000, which was incredible, especially considering all that we were up against and that much of it was online. And Sherm did an amazing job with what he created online, and we thank both of them and everybody who helped, lots of volunteers. The next fundraiser is at Bertucci's on Monday, December 7th. You can dine in, you can take out, and there's a handout for this at both doors, at the door back there and then at the back door by the parking lot, because you need this barcode so the church gets part of the cost of your meal as a donation to the church. So that's coming up on Monday, December 7th. Also at the back doors are the Advent devotional guides for this year. It's called Treasure and Ponder, and it takes all the scripture passages in the Gospels and some Old Testament prophecies, and there's just a short reading for each day and a reflection that will help you have a reflective, meditative, spiritual Christmas. So pick up one of those if you have a neighbor who's a parishioner or somebody's house you drive by and you want to take one for them, please feel free to do so. Next Sunday is Holy Communion, being the first Sunday of the month, and we're going to do what we've been doing, which is bring your own communion elements. Bring some bread, bring some juice. If you forget, or if you'd rather use the little cups we have that are pre-filled, and when you open them up, they have a little wafer on the lid, we'll have those available. So that's next Sunday. Wanted to mention that we're going to have 3 services once again on Christmas Eve. The 4 o'clock service will be the children's Christmas pageant, and we're going to have it right out on the front steps of the church outside so we can sing all the carols, and the congregation will form a large semicircle around the front of the church. At 7 o'clock, we're going to do drive-in church out back in the parking lot. People really enjoyed those services, so the deacons thought, well, let's do it on Christmas Eve for 2 reasons. One is we can sing, right? We can sing in our cars. And secondly, we can get out of our cars, stand at the front of your car or at the side, and we can still do the candle lighting. So that's 7 o'clock on Christmas Eve. And then at 10 o'clock, we'll have our traditional lessons and carols candlelight service here in the sanctuary. Dick Pappenfuss has an announcement for us about Christmas trees. The Christmas trees are in. Sales began, I believe, yesterday. And thank you for all your work, Dick.
Well, again, it's this Christmas tree season, and you're going to hear from me every week, so be prepared. We got off to a good start. We started selling trees on Friday. We've never sold on Friday before, but I've seen enough people over the years that